Hey everyone, this is Brian F here, and in case you weren't aware, I am a competitive Street Fighter V player who has been playing fighting games for over a decade. In this video series, I have compiled the more interesting facts, techniques, and glitches that Street Fighter V has to offer that I have learned through my years of playing. Please enjoy the video. In Street Fighter V, whenever a jump is performed, a character will enter a state known as their pre-jump frames before becoming airborne. While in this state, characters are invulnerable to grabs. You may also cancel pre-jump frames into special moves, leading to techniques known as jump cancels. This is not very common for most characters, but because Abigail has 8 pre-jump frames rather than the usual 4, it is much more viable for him to use. A common example of this would be using Abigail's jump cancel command grab to dodge throws on his wake up and retaliate with his own grab. This is especially useful to beat setups that use regular throw, which are typically safer and can usually punish attempts to escape. Abigail's back heavy punch has the ability to nullify one projectile hit. While he has V-Trigger 1 active, the charged version of this move is able to reflect projectiles back at the opponent. This ability is not limited to special move projectiles, as it can also reflect projectile V-triggers. As well as projectile supers. This interaction would never happen in a real match, but it's still cool to see what's possible. When knocked down, typically you are invulnerable to all moves. However, there are a small number of moves in Street Fighter V that are able to hit you in this state, referred to moves that hit on the ground, or OTG for short. Examples of OTG moves include Honda's down forward heavy kick, Akuma's forward heavy punch, and even Urian's super. To avoid being hit by these moves, you simply need a quick rise or back roll on wake up. However, there are some instances where this is not possible, such as being hit by a crush counter sweep, which makes the OTG move guaranteed to land. Mika's V-Skill 1 is a power-up move that offers 1 hit of armor and has a mic attack on release. With several different speeches Mika can go into, there are 6 total power-up levels you can access via holding the V-Skill. Each power-up increases the damage of her next command grab. Make sure to not let her charge it all the way. There is an interesting difference with Mika's super depending on where on the screen it is performed. Here is a setup to show the max distance it will connect from mid-screen. And here's a setup that shows the limitations of its range. Now here's the same setup with Mika's back to the corner. Notice how it connects this time, even with the added walk back distance. When Mika has her back to the corner, the game is unable to move her backwards during the super freeze, giving her super much more range than usual. Here's the max distance I was able to get it to connect from. Abigail's V-Trigger 2 is a lunge move which can be charged by holding down the V-Trigger buttons. When fully charged, the move guard breaks and allows for combo follow-ups. During the charging portion, Abigail has unlimited hits of armor, meaning you can't interrupt the charge with regular hits. However, with the right timing and spacing, you can throw him out of the fully charged lunge before it hits you. This ability isn't limited to regular throws either. Due to the slow startup of his EX headbutt, Urian is unable to use it effectively as a reversal against most meaty light attacks, as the opponent will simply block after the move is avoided by the headbutt. However, using his V-Trigger-1 Aegis as a wake-up option, Urian can punish these meaty attempts into full combo conversions. If you are conscious of this wake-up Aegis option, you can approach Urian when he is knocked down, let him wake up Aegis, and throw him out of it. If you are very prepared for his wake-up Aegis, you can punish the activation after the V-Trigger screen freeze with combos that would not otherwise be possible. Whenever you are transitioning between standing and crouching, there is one frame where your hurtbox remains at your original standing height, even though your animation will show you crouching. This jump back light kick normally whiffs on crouching opponents as seen here. However, due to this lingering standing hurtbox, you can develop setups that allow you to hit the opponent with an instant overhead that will punish them for blocking low, even if that move normally whiffs when they crouch. This becomes especially dangerous when the next hit will lead to a stun and you are able to force a guess between a high or a low move. You are normally able to punish Blanka's EX upball on block, similar to any other invincible reversal. When Blanka has V-Trigger-2 activated, however, he is able to cancel EX upball on block in the air to one of several different directions, making traditional grounded punishes no longer possible. The time before he can cancel is consistent, meaning you can always get a guaranteed punish if you are prepared to hit him while he is airborne. In Street Fighter V, you are able to cancel the first startup frame of any normal into your super. This can be useful to save yourself from eating a wake-up super when you pressed a button in certain situations. In this setup, you can see when I press my crouching light punch before the super flash, Balrog begins crouching during the screen freeze as his move starts up. If no cancel is performed, I am left unable to block as my button is in progress, and the wake-up super connects. If I input my own super after the freeze, however, the game allows me to cancel this first frame of my button into my own super. Did you know Dhalsim standing light punch in Street Fighter V is bugged? If you hit Dhalsim on frame 1, 2, or 4 of his jab startup, you'll be rewarded a counter hit. If you hit him on frame 3, however, the game does not register it as a counter hit. This may be related to the fact that the anti-air property of his jab begins on frame 3, but can only hit grounded opponents on frame 4. Whether or not this is considered a bug is dependent on whether or not you play Dhalsim. While Dhalsim's limbs are powerful tools for controlling the screen from a distance, it is still possible to whiff punish him at this range. In some instances, you can get very damaging punishes. One of the most powerful moves in the game isn't a move at all, it's G's idle animation. If no input from the player is provided for 60 seconds, G's idle animation goes into a blast that does 500 damage and 500 stun.
the earth and look to the stars.
Even more, you can immediately cancel the blast move in any action and juggle with many combo follow-ups. That's all the clips for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, or letting me know down in the comments. I normally don't do content like this, so the feedback is very much appreciated. Thanks for watching. Bye now.